Wait, hold on. Common's own mother might have just dropped a clue about why her son can't seem to hold down a relationship. For years, people have been quietly wondering how someone like Common, good-looking, talented, articulate, and charming, keeps ending up single. Well, it seems we might finally have a hint at what's really going on. According to the latest buzz, the issue might run deeper than simple bad luck in love. Some are even suggesting, allegedly, that maybe romantic relationships with women just aren't what he truly wants.
I just wish Lonnie would tell the truth. You're bisexual. Clearly you don't love black women because all you do is abuse them socially. Always clout chasing off of women. Like, come on, what makes him a relevant rapper anymore? Who really gives a shit?
Common's bond with his mother runs deep. It's been that way since his childhood, when she raised him alone after her divorce. She's witnessed every chapter of his love life, from his early relationships to his most public romances. His first notable relationship was with Kim Jones, with whom he shares a daughter. The two eventually parted ways when their little girl was just a year old. A few years later, around 2000, Common's life intertwined with Erykah Badu's, a relationship that not only sparked romance, but also artistic collaboration. By 2005, he was linked to Taraji P. Henson, though they kept things mostly under wraps. Taraji later described Common as one of her most meaningful relationships and admitted she had even envisioned marriage. Interestingly, she was also reportedly his mother's favorite among his partners at the time, though that sentiment may have shifted as new relationships came and went. After Taraji, came other high-profile romances, tennis legend Serena Williams among them. The two split in 2010, with reports suggesting Serena ended the relationship. Still, Common later expressed nothing but admiration and respect for her. Following that, he dated political commentator Angela Rye, a relationship marked by multiple breakups and reconciliations, before moving on to comedian Tiffany Haddish, and later, Jennifer Hudson. His dating history also includes names like Ava DuVernay, Jaguar Wright, and even Simone Ledward Bozeman, widow of the late Chadwick Boseman. Yet despite such a remarkable roster of women, intelligent, successful, and admired, Common has never walked down the aisle. This has led many to wonder why. According to speculation that's been circulating for years, even his mother has quietly questioned why her son struggles to maintain long-term love. And now, rumors suggest she may have subtly hinted at a deeper reason, that Common's difficulty in relationships might stem from unresolved pain, possibly connected to a past experience, in which he was allegedly taken advantage of by a man. It's possible that his difficulty forming deep emotional connections with women traces back to something much deeper, a conflict he's only recently come to understand. In an interview with People magazine, he revealed that it took him years to realize what had happened. "I kind of blocked it out for a long time," he admitted. "I had this habit of just pushing painful things into a corner of my mind." He explained that confronting those memories came later, as part of his ongoing journey of self-work, through prayer, meditation, therapy, and creative expression. That process unexpectedly came full circle while he was filming The Tale, a movie centered on similar experiences. During production, he recalled telling his co-star, Laura Dern, "Yo, I think this actually happened to me. It just started coming back." One of the hardest steps afterward was sharing the truth with his mother, Dr. Mahalia Hines. Yet to his surprise, the conversation wasn't nearly as heavy as he had imagined. "I think she focused on where I am now," he said. "She told me, 'You seem happy.' But that's part of why I opened up publicly, because people who seem happy aren't always okay inside." Common has emphasized that his past doesn't define his love life, but not everyone is convinced. There's long been speculation, even from those close to him, that some of his childhood trauma may have shaped how he approaches love and relationships as an adult. None of this is confirmed, of course, but those whispers tend to resurface whenever people analyze his dating history or discuss who he truly connects with behind closed doors. During some digging into these rumors, one story stood out, something that supposedly happened at a Hollywood event. According to an acquaintance, a man claimed that while attending the event with his wife, who works in the industry, he spent nearly an hour chatting with Common. He admitted he didn't even realize who Common was until later that night, when his wife told him. But near the end of the evening, around 3 a.m., Common allegedly leaned in and asked, "So, what are you doing later tonight?" The man said he awkwardly replied, "Going home with my wife," and described the encounter as uncomfortable, insisting there was no misunderstanding about the tone. Adding fuel to the ongoing speculation, singer Jaguar Wright has publicly accused Common of living a double life, even alleging that he shares a deeper bond with John Legend than people realize. Wright has gone as far as suggesting that the two men are closer than the public assumes, humorously claiming they're just waiting for Chrissy Teigen to take the surgery too far before the truth comes out and the two start making musicals together. According to Wright, Common prefers spending time with men and only engages with women publicly for social leverage and image building. She's also pointed out that, despite his high-profile relationships with several famous women, none have ever spoken about him intimately, a detail she cites as proof of her claims.
And think about it. All of the celebrity tale, you ain't never heard one of these talk about how dope he was in bed.
Jaguar Wright might have a point. After all, she's spoken from personal experience, having dated Common herself. Still, there's another side to consider. His pattern of not settling down might have less to do with hidden motives, and more to do with his outlook on family and commitment. Angela Rye, one of Common's former partners, offered her own perspective on this during an episode of her podcast On One with Angela Rye. She revealed that their relationship ultimately ended because they wanted different things. Angela was ready to start a family, while Common wasn't sure he wanted that future at all. When someone says, "I don't know," Angela explained, what they usually mean is, "I don't want what you want, I just don't want to hurt you by saying it." That insight could explain why several of Common's relationships have fizzled out over the years. It's possible that some of his partners hoped for marriage or children, only to hear the same uncertain response Angela once did. Then there's Tiffany. Haddish's take, she's suggested that Common might simply be someone who enjoys the freedom of moving from one connection to another, without ever planting roots. In her words, he's the kind of man who likes to move from flower to flower, never staying in one place long enough to call it home.
He might be the type of person that never, really settles with somebody. Maybe he's like he's like a bee going from flower to flower to flower. I don't know. I wish him nothing but joy and happiness.
Common has confessed that he's drawn to the thrill of the chase. He becomes deeply invested in the beginning of a relationship, but quickly loses interest once it settles. It's a pattern he recognizes, obsessed with the pursuit, then ready to move on.
Pattern I found myself in, and what was called love addiction, my therapist broke it down, was like that feeling of being like, oh, I'm in love, and this that honeymoon period that people call it. I was addicted to that feeling. When that feeling would go away and the real part of relationships came, I was like, okay, do I want this or not? Like, I wasn't ready to do the work.
You was out.
Yeah, it was ready. I wasn't ready to do the work.
Fans had high hopes when Common and Jennifer Hudson started dating. Some even said his mother was thrilled, believing he'd finally decided to settle down for good. But according to sources close to J.H. Hud, marriage isn't on her radar just yet. She's reportedly hesitant to take that next step. One insider explained that while Common swept Jennifer off her feet at first, she's grown cautious because of his long dating history with other famous women. Still, as many fans have pointed out, that reputation was no secret before she got involved with him. So it's a bit surprising that it's suddenly giving her pause. Observers have noticed what they describe as subtle signs of tension. Fewer public outings together, shifts in body language, and cryptic social media posts from Jennifer that have sparked speculation. Some even claim Common has been seen out solo, appearing a little too friendly with other women, though none of these reports have been confirmed. No one really knows where their relationship stands now. But one thing is clear, Common's romantic track record isn't with just anyone. He's been involved with powerful, accomplished women who could hold their own in any room. Yet every relationship seems to end the same way. Even his mother has allegedly wondered why, with so many incredible women, he's never made it last. And of course, that question continues to feed the old rumors, the ones suggesting maybe his heart lies elsewhere. But before jumping to conclusions, what do you think is really behind Common's struggle to make love stick?